Diamond in the Rough by W.C. Blackmon. When we know or encounter someone who has amazing potential, one way we might refer to them is as a diamond in the rough. I happen to like this idiom or turn of phrase. As we know, a diamond in the rough is a diamond that is still in its natural state. Possibly or briefly, we might be able to see its great potential. However, it is not until a master jeweler takes it in hand and begins to cut does its amazing beauty and true wonder comes to light. As human beings, is not the process that we experience in living and growing through life much the same? Every experience that we have etch, cut, and reshape us to lesser or greater degree. As many might suspect, a major reshaping of my own life took place at the age of 5 years old with the loss of my eyesight. This was right around the time that I was to start school. However, due to the many eye surgeries and hospital stays, I did not attend school at all that year. Ironically, the experience of that cutting of physical eyesight out of my life served to shape not just who I was as a child and who I would become as an adult, but also the paths I would take to my eventual destinies. Unable to attend school, I would avidly listen to the study sessions that took place between my siblings and older cousin. Hearing them study and vicariously locking in on their excitement when getting new books from the book Mobile ignited a deep hunger within me to learn, grow, and become. To my mind, they were doing fascinating things and I wanted in. This need sparked the seed of creativity within me and fed my imagination. It served as a stem that led me to finding innovative ways of doing the things that I was interested in despite not being able to physically see. Although I was not aware of the correct words at the time, it was then that I was first introduced to the concept of mind vision. With this understanding, it is not so ironic that it was my physical eyes being blind that has been most beneficial in inscribing within me a see no limits attitude. It served to etch into me the understanding that my world will manifest as I see it, not with physical eyes, but rather with the mind's eye. This understanding has ingrained the great importance of making sure that the mind remains open and receptive to thoughts and things that are positive, self-building, and of sustaining character. If I can see it in my mind, then most likely I can do it. In parallel, if the physical moves that I make emulate the actions carried out in my mind, I will not be overly long in reaching and attaining my objectives, goals, and dreams. At that point, it is only a matter of getting the creative juices flowing and determining how. This led to the immediate transformation of the doubting question, am I really able to do this? To the self-assured thought, how should I do this? Due to the cutting, etching, and reshaping granted me by that master jeweler, Jesus Christ, every day I am now doing and living the actions of my most fervent dreams. I'll share with you a particular event that I experienced as an adult, which served to reshape my thinking and thus my life. It took place when I was halfway around the world from my home country. It was in 2005. I had earned the right of having the honor of traveling to the Czech Republic to compete in an international powerlifting competition. With the conclusion of this great event, I had earned a world record as well as a huge first place trophy. I had no knowledge at the time, but the contest had been highlighted on national television. That night, while out getting dinner with friends, groups of people came up to us chanting, USA, USA, USA. Some of them even actually knew my name. A few days later, we were at the airport preparing to come back to the United States. We were in the back of a long line and thinking, oh man, this is definitely going to take a while. We had barely given voice to the thought when the head of security came up to our little group. He explained that he saw the competition, and noticing the trophy, he knew exactly who we were. He then directed us to follow him. I know the old saying that one should not look a gift horse in the mouth. Nevertheless, when one in our party curiously asked the question of why were we being permitted this privilege, I was very keen to hear his response. The security head tapped me on the chest and said excitedly, "A champion should not have to wait in the back of the line." I can't say that this was exactly fair, but I am laughing out loud when I say, who was I to argue with security? The importance for me concerning that entire experience was the etching into me that if you really work hard, smart, and stay focused, you can not only be a champion, but a winner in life, even when not actually competing. I am laughing again as I say, you might even get to cut the line sometimes. It is experiences like these and so many more to lesser or greater degree which take place every single day that help in etching, cutting, and reshaping our minds and hearts, and thus each of us into who and what we are destined to be. Much like a diamond in the experienced hand of a master jeweler being exquisitely cut, that reshaping allows the many amazingly beautiful facets of the diamond to take in and reflect the light. Through our individual experiences, transcendent reshaping, exquisite cuts, and delicate etchings, each of us have our own facets that shine and reflect the light from within. Sometimes that light reflects across a room, and other times it refracts from across the world. My very limited understanding of diamonds reminds me that the most popular shapes are Asher, Cushion, Emerald, Heart, Marquise, Oval, Pear, Princess, Radiant, and Round. As my understanding of diamonds is extremely limited, I have no idea which category that either myself or you match up best with. But what I do know without a shadow of a doubt is that by virtue of being created by God, each of us are at least a diamond in the rough. With this truth in spirit, heart, and mind, I encourage you to make the very most of your every experience by enduring your merciful cuts, accepting your etchings with grace, embracing the blessing of your reshaping. Then, like the wondrous creations you are, your many facets will shine from within with the beauty and brightness of the most precious diamonds. Only the light of your facets will be of much, much greater value. This is how I always look forward to connecting with you on the road of victory.
Are you a diamond in the rough? The only way that you're not is if you've already been cut, etched, and reshaped into the diamond that you're supposed to be. All you have to do is let that light shine. Let it shine and take advantage of the experiences. Let them cut you, edge you, and reshape you into who you want to be and who you need to be in order to reach your destiny, to be all that you want to be. I'm W.C. Blackmon, and as always, I want to thank you for sharing, liking, and subscribing. I appreciate you. We appreciate you. I also want to invite you to my website, wcblackman.com. Again, that's wcblackman.com. I would love to come to your event and be your next keynote speaker. Also, you can book me for trainings or workshops in the areas of leadership, effective communicating, dealing with difficult people, situations, diversity training. Any of those and a couple of others, just reach out and we'll see how we can help you or your company, your organization to be even greater. Also, provide one-on-one coaching in those same areas. Finally, performances, music performances, or poetry. Love to come to your event, your gala, your party, your wedding, and perform original songs. I'm all about using the talents, the skills, the abilities that has been given, and I'd love to help you to do as much as you can with yours as well. Again, I'm W.C. Blackmon, and I appreciate you. I look forward to connecting with you, seeing you, making the most on the road of victory.